Hi there, welcome into Energy Upgrade Feng Shui Tips 2021. We are in the 4th week of July and I'm welcoming you in today. Hi, I'm Lisa Albin. I own Cloud9 Feng Shui Consultancy and I'm a co-founder and educator with the Intrinsic School of Feng Shui. And I welcome you here to my YouTube family. If this is the first time that you're meeting me, it's by no accident. You're here for a reason. Hi. So what you're about to receive here is what I call an energy upgrade. And what you're going to leave with today are messages pertaining to the cosmic energy of the week and also actionable feng shui tips that you can implement right away to make sure that you're operating at your 100% best energetic level. So let's get started without further ado. I don't want to take too much of your time. I hope everyone is rested after last week. I hope that you heeded the advice of the Ching. I hope that you implemented some self-care. And it's all for a good reason, okay? So again, if you're new here, make sure you hit like and subscribe. Turn on the notification button. I send out new content each and every week. And if you start back from day one, it all tells a beautiful, energetic story of the cosmic energy at hand. And I work with ancient and modern modalities to help tell this story and to connect with you on the other side of the screen. So to conduct an energy upgrade, I'm going to ask for you to imagine your goals, imagine your best self, and set some intentions. It might help if you write them down, preferably in cursive. Why cursive? Well, it integrates all the levels of your consciousness more so than if you were just to write in script. So that's a little trick for you if you're working on manifesting your best self. So if you need a minute to think, hit pause, give yourself a second, make sure you're totally connected here with me. If you need a sip of water, do that now. It's important that you're hydrated. We know that water is a conductor of energy, and that's what we're working with today in reading the cosmic energy. So I've set my intentions today to connect with you on the other side of the screen by lighting my candle. And I am, from here on forth, devoted to sending forth this energy to you and delivering what I've divined of the ancient I Ching. Okay. So if you've gone ahead and set your intentions and deeply visualized your best self and what you hope to achieve, that'll put you into the best position to receive this reading. So I've divined of the ancient book of changes, also called the I Ching, and asked to please tell me what is the energy surrounding those wishing to receive an energy upgrade in the 4th week of July. And thank you. And the I Ching advises that we avoid escapism in this moment, because ultimately it's going to bring us misfortune. True happiness is going to be found in the authentic person. So evaluate, look within right now. Are you feeling pulled towards escapism habits? Again, do so in moderation. Yes, it's important to have fun. This hexagram encouraging is, yes, it's about joy, but we don't want to ever be in the extreme, right? So we always want to find that place in between. It's also asking that we lead by encouragement and appreciate the encouragement you receive from others. So really reflect on whether or not you are serving others by being encouraging and honest with them, and also recognizing and appreciating the encouragement that you're receiving from your friends, your mentors, your guides. Don't get lost in optimism. It's great to be joyful and optimistic at this point, but remain aware of the truth of the situation of where you are. The truth, if you're having a hard time figuring it out, is always in the middle of the extremes. And there are different ways that we can check in with our higher selves to make sure that we're aligned with the truth. One way is through spiritual dowsing. If that's something that interests you, you can connect with me, the link provided in the description of my bio. And in relationship, there is a real opportunity here for a deeper connection through communicating from a place of encouragement. And that might be a little different. It might feel a little weird to say things that we think are obvious, but you're really going to deepen your connections with your friends, with your partners, with your coworkers, when you start that conversation coming from an honest place of encouragement. In business, we're going to lead more successfully through encouraging those beneath us, developing their personal pursuits and strengths. So really uplift others around you, recognize their strengths, really appreciate them for what they're bringing to you, especially in terms of business, and trust that that's their gift, that's their expertise, and really encourage them to shine. So we're shifting into a hexagram of resolution within this week. So great news in resolution. Threats are in a position right now to be eradicated. We've seen this before. We want to do this eradication out in the open, but without engagement. So when you engage with an opponent, with opposition, that gives the opposition power. So you want to do so with grace when you are dismissing opposition, and try not to retaliate in a way or admit to any power that the opposition may have over you. Really maintain strength and conviction in knowing your strengths, and know that the true struggle is within, right? So oftentimes we think that there are opponents and there aren't any, and the true struggle is within us. The I Ching encourages us to exemplify the truth, throwing out old opinions, and embrace new ideas at this time. Doing what always worked, or what we thought always worked, or the way that we always approach things isn't the best way right now. So really look at yourself, your routines, and come from a place of truth and honesty, and throwing out old opinions that you may have formed of yourself or of your path on your goal, and embrace new ideas and ways to get there. So through this week, this 4th week of July, keep these points in mind and look for synchronicities, and let me know if any of these comes up for you in your week. Think about coming from a place of encouragement and really glowing in that joy. It's all about that karma, right? So when we come from a place of encouragement and uplifting others, we know that's returned to us. So I want to hear your experience when you try it out. It might feel a little weird, especially if it's not something that you do on a regular basis with people you see every day, but really shine in your encouragement, and really be grateful and thankful for those who have encouraged you to get to where you are in your path. And resolution. So let's button a few things up. Let's pull them out into the open and eradicate them. So now's the time. Do it swiftly, gracefully. Don't engage in any showy fight. You're better than that. So remember these points that I've mentioned today, and I want to hear from you, please, and thank you for sending in your comments and emailing me. There's different ways you can contact me. You can comment beneath this video, and I'm happy to respond there. You can reach out to me through the link in the profile. So on that note, I also have done some energy work for you on behalf of you. And let's see, where do I begin? So I've done a little timeline work, which has picked up on 15 events within your timeline that have been cleared and filled with the appropriate energy. So that's very helpful there. I have also pulled up the supercharger. I love this exercise. So what I'm charging each and every energy upgrade YouTube viewer with right now is abundance, joy, wonder, encouragement, creativity, determination, prosperity, flow of opportunities, and the ability to align. And this is going to support you for 2 weeks, in addition to some fun Feng Shui practices as well. I'm also going to clear your emotional energy field. So if you're watching, you may recognize a few things that come up here. So this is accessing our aura field and the areas which need to be harmonized. And so some of these might relate to you directly or to someone you're spending a lot of time with. These items need to be harmonized either by accessing or removing. So the main issue is employee stress is through the roof, and I'm sure this resonates with a lot of you. And then there are some negatives below that: feeling unlucky, blowing like sea oats, and having no ground. Needing to access direct powers to revitalize, protect, and encourage efforts of others. Okay, so that's directly in line with the hexagram 58, encouraging. Needing to access a sense of being a strong person. Again, yes, really evaluate and recognize the strength that you have and the foundations that you've put into place. And then a negative trait of being a people pleaser, wanting to please everyone. A negative trait of irrational positions, defending them due to deep-seated insecurities. Needing to access living the life of a truly powerful person, being our best selves. And needing the rules are a negative self trait. The rules are immutable. The triangle rescue game never works. Ugh, yes, the triangles. How many of you are in triangular relationships? And then deflecting compliments. Okay, so I'm going to work through this emotional energy right now, and it's going to be harmonized in the background. Let it do all the work. We'll come back to some words of wisdom. Now, let's see. Okay, so one place I want to address with this, there we go, we've charged you. So some of you may be feeling this immediately watching the video. Let me know if you do. And some of you may feel these shifts a little later. So really taking a look at everything that came up today, the thought of encouragement of others and relationships is what really came up to me as a theme for this week's reading. And I want everybody to take a look at the back right corner of their house, of their home, the back right corner of their office space. This is the area of relationships. This is relationships, this is partnerships, this is romance. It's one of the most popular areas requested in a consultation when I'm in someone's space is how can I improve upon my relationships? And I want you to evaluate this back right corner of your home or your office space, of your bedroom, and take a look at it. See if it feels cluttered. See if there's something that needs repairs. For example, a window that never closes. What is that? That's an energy leaking within your relationship. So that needs to be mitigated, that needs to be repaired, that needs to be addressed. Is there something that squeaks? That's annoying. That's not good energy to have in the relationship area, for example. So to really set the tone within this area, you could do a space clearing. It could be, if you enjoy space clearing and you have some white sage or some Palo Santo, yes, you can do that. You can also use essential oil spray. If you want to learn how to make essential oil spray, you can look back to my very early YouTube videos. I do give a little description on how you can do that. But it's very easy to make. Just a few ingredients, just with water, alcohol, and essential oils. And what you want to do with this space is clear it with the intention to remove and reset any of the energy, anything negative that no longer serves you in the area. That means also we're decluttering. That means that we're cleaning. That means if there's things that have been stagnant for a while, we want to move it just ever so slightly. Again, if you've been paying attention, remember that a multiple of 9 is strong. The number 9 is auspicious. It means completion, and it's a completion of a cycle. So do everything in a multiple of 9 and make that a part of your routine. If you can move 27 objects a day ever so slightly, that will really help to shake up the energy. So that's something you can do within your relationship corner. Now, once you've done that, take a look at the space and see if there's anything in the space that can represent earth. What represents earth energy can be something that's skin tone, earth tone, that can get into the golden hues. But in the back right corner really is more that skin tone pink peach hue. So find something that represents that earth in that color, or even a square shape. It can be an actual earth item, something of the earth. It can be a crystal. It can be something of granite. It can be artwork that shows earth, a representation of earth for you. Again, or that square or cube shape is great. Now within that area, you're going to place an object to activate. So make sure that the ruling element is present. Make sure the ruling element of earth is present. That should be the largest representation there, so it should have a significant presence. It's okay to have all the other elements there. You don't need to omit anything, but you want to make sure the ruling element is thriving. And when you want to activate the area, you can place an element of earth, or you can add something of fire. Fire creates earth, and it's activating of earth. So with your fire and your earth, dial into that area and really picture with all of your senses, having that encouragement within your relationship, and focus on that. Visually, really feel it, all your senses, and then use a mantra. I love to use Om Mani Padme Hum, which means hail to the jewel and the lotus. But you could even use any kind of favorite mantra in place of that, and I want you to say it 9 times, and with your intention to allow that energy flow into the space. Now, the empowering words of wisdom for this week is around law of gestation. All things have a beginning. Grow into form as energy is added to it. So that's pretty powerful, especially as we're talking about the cycle of things and coming to a place of resolution. So really put some thought. Let me know what this means to you. Law of gestation, all things have a beginning. Grow into form as energy is added into it. Okay, so what does that mean to you? I think that ties in perfectly with the underlying message of today and the cycle of moving towards our goals. Law of gestation, all things have a beginning. Grow into form as energy is added to it. So that has been today's energy upgrade, along with Feng Shui tips to nourish relationship and active relationship energy. I wish you all love and light as you move towards your goals, towards your best self. I am here for you. In fact, if you're interested in joining me in the profession of a light worker within Feng Shui, I do have a Feng Shui training course that will be up and running next week, August 4th. So join me there at the Intrinsic School of Feng Shui. Check out the links in my profile and click on in. It's not too late to enroll. And I look forward to introducing you to all of the wonderful students that we have within the Intrinsic School of Feng Shui. We also have a DIY course along with our professional certification. So again, love and light, thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you so many blessings times 9 as you move throughout this week. See you next week.